maybe you can just pop up like a picture of a donut or something, because the answer is zero. He is a completely unelected, I guess you'd call him bureaucrat, who is running an agency that doesn't even exist, that no one ever voted on, that no one ever created.
Vivek Ramaswamy is making the media rounds on networks like Fox News to talk about all the government jobs that he and Elon Musk want to cut. Gleefully talks about all these jobs that he wants to cut, and no mention of the impact that that will have on our economy. Sam Seder broke all of this down on his show, The Majority Report. We're going to take a look at clips of Vivek Ramaswamy on Fox News, as well as clips of Sam Seder on The Majority Report discussing this. I will share my thoughts as well. Let's get into this.
Speaking of lunatics sort of like peripherally joining this administration, Vivek Ramaswamy has been partnered, I guess, with Elon Musk to run the cut non-millionaire and billionaires functions of government commission is really what it comes down to, right? Like, that's all they're doing. Do you think they're going to cut a ton of military stuff? I do. I think they're going to cut some. I think it's going to be an amazing coincidence when Elon Musk happens to be able to provide those things in the private sector for the military.
For markup?
Well, for markup for him, or that Vivek Ramaswamy has some type of company that would provide services, like 100%. This is a privatization scheme. And but here's Ramaswamy on Fox News. And this is him on Wednesday. Yeah, on Hannity. Here we go.
Right out here. Look, the
$2 trillion. I stand corrected.
No, I want to be very clear about the scale. I want to be very clear about the scale that we're thinking here. We're not thinking small. We're playing big here because we have a once-in-a-generation mandate right now. The American people have voted for drastic reform of the government, and our federal government is broken. It's no secret that it is a fourth branch of government, the administrative state that makes most of the rules, that creates a federal bureaucracy that's hampering our economy. So what do we want to do? We want to go in and slash and burn that bureaucracy to help Americans, stimulate the economy, and to restore self-governance again, Sean. The people we elect to run the government, they're not even the ones who run the government anymore. It's these unelected bureaucrats. Republican politicians have talked about fixing this for a long time.
Hold on for a second. Now, you may be either confused or assuming that Ramaswamy is doing some type of performance piece. It's trying to be funny. Will you put up how many votes Ramaswamy got in the general election? Can we just see that up there? Or maybe you can just pop up like a picture of a donut or something, because the answer is zero. He is a completely unelected, I guess you'd call him bureaucrat, who is running an agency that doesn't even exist, that no one ever voted on, that no one ever created, based upon absolutely zero statutory authority. So when you talk about something that's completely undemocratic, when you talk about something that's so removed and divorced from the people, this guy got not a single vote. Elon Musk got not a single vote.
The richest man in the world.
Hundreds of millions of dollars into essentially buying this. Is it an appointment? Like, it's not even an official job, and they're getting to oversee maybe hundreds upon hundreds of billions of dollars worth of cuts for the American people.
And Sam Seder is exactly correct with what he's saying here. You know, of course, the Fox News morons are not going to say to Vivek Ramaswamy, hey, aren't you an unelected official? Doesn't that make you a bureaucrat? You're going to be working in the government. The thing about all of this is this Doge agency that they've come up with will have no real power. They're just suggestions that they will make. Now, whether this Republican Congress goes along with any of those suggestions. I mean, I heard a member of Congress the other day on an XM show saying that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy wanting to cut waste, quote unquote waste, is what he's most excited about. And this is the thing where no one wants there to be waste in government, except, some people who I guess would greatly benefit from it, like Donald Trump, who can skim some money off at the top, and Vivek Ramaswamy and probably, Elon Musk, as Sam Seder is saying here. No one wants true waste. But a lot of what they're talking about is just cutting jobs. Vivek Ramaswamy has stupidly said he would look at Social Security numbers, and any number that is an even number, they would keep their job. Any number that is an odd number, they would lose their job. What a great way to, lose your job. This is a thing that I've been saying to people that I know just in my area. I live in a really red area, and the federal government is one of our larger employers, one of our largest employers. And if they would cut 10% or 25% or 50% of those jobs at this government agency, that would have a devastating impact on the local economy here. And none of these morons ever think about that. If somebody is a right-wing business owner, they own a restaurant in my town, let's say, and they're like, yeah, cut all those government jobs. They're just lazy and they don't do anything and they're overpaid and everything. Then what happens when there are fewer people that can afford to eat at your restaurant? Nah, they didn't think about that, did they? And many of the actual federal workers in my town who work for the government are MAGA people. And when they lose their jobs, if they lose their jobs, I hope they don't, that's really going to be a real F around and find out situation for them.
And no one's elected them. And no one's consented to their appointment. They haven't been confirmed. Their appointments don't even exist. There's some type of weird shadow government that's been put up there, justified only by the fact that Ramaswamy put an American flag in the back of his TikTok or whatever it is he's doing. Is there any more to this?
Yeah, we can finish it out.
The people we elect to run the government, they're not even the ones who run the government anymore. It's these unelected bureaucrats. Republican politicians have talked about fixing this for a long time, not with a lot of progress. So I do think it's going to take a couple of outsiders. Elon and I have built a great friendship over the last year. We're working together intensely, and we're not going to stop till we get the job done.
I mean, amazing lack of self-awareness.
Outsiders.
You don't want unelected. You don't want unelected bureaucrats doing this. How about an unelected bureaucrat that just paid for an election and sitting on a commission that doesn't even exist?
The guy who made a bunch of money selling pharma or medical devices, biotech stuff, and the richest man in the world. The outsiders, those guys.
And the richest man in the world who gained tremendously from government money.
Aesop Fable said, anybody going to tell Sam it's Ramaswamy? No, I'm pretty sure it's Ramaswamy.
So Fox and friends, join us on the trail. We'll have some fun. I'll see you out the trail.
Yeah, off the trail. So Sam Seder's exactly right with what he's saying here. The problem is with all of this is Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk will never admit to the hypocrisy of them talking about unelected bureaucrats when they will be unelected bureaucrats in this scenario. The good thing is the hope that I'm holding out for is that this is going to be kind of an agency in name only. They're just going to be figureheads. They're going to be making suggestions that whether Congress follows them or not remains to be seen, but this may be much ado about nothing. I hope so. I could be completely wrong about that. But what do you think about what Sam Seder had to say here about the hypocrisy of Vivek Ramaswamy here, in that nobody elected Vivek Ramaswamy? And also the idea they keep talking about a mandate when what is it? They're still counting votes in California as of the time of me making this recording. Last I saw, Trump had won the popular vote by about 1.4%, which is one of the lower numbers in the last couple of decades in terms of popular vote. He didn't even get 50% of the vote, which is common, I mean, in fairness. But is that really a mandate? I don't think so. And again, when some of these things start to get cut, if they cut the Department of Education and then that affects special education funding, there are a lot of MAGA right-wingers who have kids in special education classes, and they're going to be shocked if that money gets cut. Now, will they understand that that came from Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk and Donald Trump? Probably not. They'll blame Biden and the Democrats somehow, even though the Republicans will be controlling everything. But let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, about Vivek Ramaswamy being an unelected bureaucrat, about what Sam Seder has to say. If you like what I'm doing here with this channel, make sure to give me a like and subscribe. I'm growing quickly. I'm really like to get up around 50,000 subscribers here soon, and then on to 100,000 and more. So if you like this content and you want to see more of it, make sure to give me a like and subscribe. This is Chris on Culture, and I will see you in the next video.